Hello, welcome to my channel. Yeah, so this is another art journal spread that I made, and I wanted to show you my process through it all. And yeah, so when I create, I usually don't plan ahead. That's how I work, and of course, a lot of other artists are planning their work, but this is just how I do it. I like to go with a gut feeling just to be free. And it has occurred, of course, that I have planned something, but usually it doesn't end up the way I planned anyway. So this is a nice napkin that I wanted to use with blue roses. I have a lot of napkins and I thought I needed or wanted to use more of them. And yeah, so this is my transparent homemade gesso that I use. And I often use it for, for everything, for gluing and for coating and preparing my pages and everything. Yeah. I want some more of the napkins, so I'm just using a brush with some water on it, just to make it easier to get the motif out. And this is a stencil from Panduro. It's my workplace. It's a craft store chain here in Scandinavia. And I really like those. You have some different to choose from. And I use it with modeling paste. Like I often do. And of course I let it dry. I use my heat gun for that. And I use a fine liner just to make some scribblings in blue. And maybe I should have used waterproof ink, but I didn't. But I don't mind actually. So I'm using water. I'm spraying some water and I'm using my dilution sprays here. And this is the London blue. It has a nice color to it. And I'm letting it, kind of drip a bit of everywhere. And some more. I like to leave some places bare, but it's not every time I succeed. But you can always fix it with white gesso afterwards. So it's nothing to fear when you're doing it like this. I also want to use some blue from my watercolors. They are from Winsor Newton. So I want some kind of more bluish blue. I don't know the color of it. When I bought it, I didn't make swatches and I wasn't, doing it right. So now I don't know what it's called, what the nuances are called, sadly. So that's a tip for you when you buy a new watercolor kit. Make some swatches and, make some notes of the colors, names and everything, so you know. And here you see me using white gesso just to, make some smooth edges, smooth transitions, and some, just brightening up the page. Especially if you want to add texts or wordings afterwards, it can be nice to just, brighten it up so you see it better. But I have no plan here. But I'm going to use some text from my Artstacks kit actually. And I'm using some fabric for once. I usually don't use that. It's linen fabric. And I want it to look a bit rugged. So I'm trying just to, take some threads of it and just make it look more worn out. Kind of. Because I think I like the color of it actually with the blue. So I'm just using some distress ink from Tim Holtz around the text, around the wording. It says, "Happiness blooms from within." And here's another one who says Thrive. And this is a paper pad with cutouts from Studio Light that I've had for some time, and I've used it sometimes, and I really love them because they are pre-cut, so you just, it's easy, you don't have to cut them for yourself. So I just choose some different hearts and stuff, because I think the page needs something more. That's what I felt. And also a cute little quote or word to put on the heart there. So I'm just doing this really intuitively. So I'm just looking, is there something else I can use here? That arrow? No, I didn't really like that. Anything else? Yeah, I found something more. So just go with your with your feelings, with your gut feeling. But I really didn't like that arrow there, so I didn't use it. I'm just using my Silky Twister crayon. It's a children's crayon actually from Panduro. Just to make some blue edges around the spread, some darker blue. I usually do that when I want to frame the page in a bit more, and I wanted to do that today. And these crayons are really nice to smudge with your fingers. I also use them for some shading around some of the pieces on the spread here. I love shading, as you may know if you have watched my other videos. You get kind of a depth to it. So this is done now, and yeah, I was a bit worried when I worked with it because I didn't like it in the middle of the process, but now I really love it. And that's what you should do. You should just go on until you are satisfied, or yeah, usually you get a nice spread out of it. Don't panic. just continue to work with it and play with it. And I mean, if you don't like it, you can always just discard it or don't care about it, or just something you don't have to show it to anyone, of course. But yeah, I like it in the end. And thank you for watching today, and stay safe out there. I hope things will be back to normal soon. And please leave a like and a comment also, and subscribe. And yeah, bye.